Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for your support of this channel. I really appreciate you all being here. It means a lot to me. When I do a read, I utilize the genders that are printed on the cards for ease and flow of storytelling. I mean no disrespect to anyone's sense of identity. Please do what is necessary with those genders to make the storyline work for you. That being said, let's hop right in, shall we, and see what message Spirit would like to share with us this afternoon. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. The Ace of Wands in the reversed. Delays, lack of energy, lack of motivation and passion, feeling weighed down, unfinished enterprises. Challenged by? Whoa. Challenged by Eight of Swords in the upright, a restriction, and the Hanged Man, a letting a go. So they've been restricted and let go. They don't have any energy. In the subconscious, we've got the Four of Wands. So they're thinking about the reunions. And the kingdom marriages. In the recent past, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. An achievement, hard work, routine, responsibility, slow and steady, a good investment. Intentions and expectations. High Priestess. Divine Feminine, high morals, sacred wisdom. Intuition you can trust. In the near future, Strength in the upright. Courage, subtle power. The lens is being looked through. The Devil in the reverse. Restoring control. Releasing limiting beliefs. In the environment, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody lost their opportunity. They missed their chance. They made a bad investment. They lacked planning and foresight. Hopes and fears. Lovers. The strength of two together. Deep love. Alignment. The outcome. Is the Two of Pentacles reversed. Somebody overcommitted themselves. They're feeling overwhelmed. They took a gamble. They were reckless. They're disorganized. And the Hierophant. The Hierophant. So you got the High Priestess and the Hierophant here. Social, so this is a high level commitment. Tradition. It's about society and its rules. Wow, my sage is really going. That one took off. Stem and everything's going. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Hi, baby. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. So they weren't able to complete their mission. And they're out of energy. Their values were all about money. Out of energy. They're challenged because they're in an Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man in the upright. So they're having negative thoughts. They're feeling they got a mental restriction. They could be feeling isolated. They've been let go. Released. They want to mend the connection. They're thinking about the reunions, the marriages, the kingdom marriages, the reciprocal kingdom marriages. So there's been some slow and steady work going on. Good investments. Responsibility. And like you don't care what people are saying. Or maybe people aren't gossiping. And there's no more time. Like time is up. Time is up. And intentions, expectations. We've got the High Priestess here. Divine Feminine. High morals. Trusts herself. Somebody was dishonest. They were dishonest with her. So so the High Priestess made a good investment. Doesn't care what people say about it. There's no more time. Folks are dishonest. And there's strength. The High Priestess was too strong. Understands both sides of a situation. Understands what these people did, what they do, what they're doing. We've got the Devil in the reverse. So there's restoring control. There's a detachment. Again, with this Hanged Man. There's a release or a sacrifice of those limiting beliefs. Of folks in your circle who have limiting beliefs, who want you to conform to limiting beliefs. You're letting that go. You've gained control over that, and you're releasing that from your. There's no disagreeing. Like it is what it is. Nobody can disagree with this. You're letting it go. Nobody can disagree with it. You've restored control. They missed their chance. They lost their opportunity. They made a bad investment. They're confused. They made a bad investment. The Lovers are coming together. Reunions. Strength of two together. Reunions. Freedom. Marriage. Lovers. A choice. Harmony. There is Chaser in the reverse. So like these pairs coming together, they're not chasing after anything. It's like they're in union, and it is the strength of two together. So the two doing their stuff, getting their stuff going on. They feel overwhelmed because they took a gamble. They took a big gamble, and they neglected to give this High Priestess what they needed. They're frustrated. They overcommitted. And they're reminiscing about the past. The truth is revealed, and they are unworthy of a commitment. They've got habits, and they don't know that they'll ever change. They feel that your love is always there despite the distance, but they're unsatisfied. They were unsatisfied with this union. They were unsatisfied with it, and now you have a new chapter. Now you have a new chapter and a new family tree. They wanted money. And you wanted reciprocity, and they were just all about the money, and had a falling out. Apparently they didn't agree with your morals. They wanted to go out and have a good time and spend lots of money and appear like they were a big shot. But you're this High Priestess, divine feminine. You have high morals. And you're like, and they neglected you. They're like, they were reckless with you. They lied about everything when it came to you. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. They decided they didn't want you. They just wanted the money that they could get off as what? Selling your essence? Privileged lady. Somebody feels they have unfinished business with this privileged lady. Their values were all about money. They're challenged because this privileged lady has cut them off. Eight of Swords. They're bound. They're restricted. They can't come forward towards this privileged lady anymore. They want to mend this connection, but they've been released with this Hanged Man. They've been sacrificed. They've been let go. And she's entering into a reciprocal marriage with someone else. Union, partnership, agreement, engagement, sudden wealth. This person is challenged by the fact that they've got let go, and this privileged lady is coming into sudden wealth and a relationship that is reciprocal. So she wins the prize. They were going after money, and she was going after high moral, high value. Personal, high moral, high value, honor, integrity. And they were just going out to have a good time and show off about how important they are. Yeah, so you got the Lovers here. The privileged lady, she's got her sudden wealth. And she's got the Lovers here, reciprocity, Four of Wands, freedom, marriage, reunion, domestic happiness, celebration. There's a good investment. She's not in despair. There was hard work, routine, hard work and responsibility, slow and steady. Doesn't care what anybody says. There's no more time. She is the High Priestess. And these ones know that by lying, they ripped everything apart. They're facing imprisonment because they were coming after the great fortune of this High Priestess. They didn't care about the High Priestess. They cared about what was inside of the High Priestess, the sacred wisdom, the sacred knowledge, the divine feminine power. The strength. They wanted that out of her. They wanted this great fortune out of her. And she knows it. Everybody knows it. They couldn't cause her despair. There's a change. She is too strong. They couldn't cause her despair. And she cut them off. She let them go. She restored control. She understands. There is an understanding here. And this is, I wish you understood how I feel, but it's in the reverse. She understands exactly how everybody feels, what their intentions were. They presented themselves authentically and transparently in all of their greed and all of their brutality and all of their happiness to be causing pain for somebody. In their devil energy. In their devil energy. So they didn't get a courtship. They don't get to go on a journey. The toil and labor that they did could have backfired. Control has been restored. They lost their opportunity. They missed their chance. They made a bad investment. They lacked planning. They're confused. Now they don't know what to do. They're concerned. The Lovers are here. They're not a bunch of chasers. These Lovers, man, they're not chasing. It's like, this is it. Or maybe they're not allowed to chase after the Lovers. Maybe they're confused. They're concerned. That's it. They can't chase after this. The Lovers are coming together. The Lovers. The Lovers. Message in reverse. Chaser in reverse. They overcommitted. They did not get the prize. They did not get the great fortune. They're facing imprisonment. They're dishonest. They're a bunch of liars. They're overwhelmed, disorganized. They took a gamble, a reckless gamble, and they lost. They neglected their meal ticket. They neglected the source of their wealth. And they tried to destroy it. And now they're being separated from it. All of that sudden wealth is being returned to its source. And there's a new union, a new family tree. With the gift. The gift has a new union, a new family tree. They didn't get it. They don't get it. And the house is here. They're remembering the past, you know, perhaps before they got a virus of the mind or whatever and decided to go cuckoo. Health. There could be something going on with health. Privileged Lady has sudden wealth. Cutting off this, restricting this other person, cutting them off. Death. Death. It's over. Sacrificed. Let go. And she's entering into a reunion of reciprocity. Friendship with somebody who actually likes her. Maybe they won't try to put the whammy on her. Maybe she's safe. There's a good investment. She's not in despair. Don't care what anybody thinks about it. There's no more time. She's a high priestess of great value. And they were dishonest with her and facing imprisonment. She's a high priestess of great value. So they can't... This says, I accept responsibility for my own well-being, and it says blame in the reverse. So they don't want to they don't want to accept responsibility for their own well-being. They haven't expanded in consciousness or awareness. They're out of balance. They're dishonest. They're facing imprisonment. They're out of time. High Priestess is a great fortune. She's not in despair. Yeah, these people, they're dishonest. They're not somebody you can trust. There's an understanding. There's a change. We've got peace. pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. That's like, years ago, I was sitting with a friend, and he had me list 5 people and then list 5 traits that I admired about those 5 people. And then he said, okay, all those things are in you. And I was like, wow. I mean, I had never thought of it that way. And then he told me that you would never be able to recognize these traits unless they were in you. And so, a lot of times we recognize the crap that people do. And even though we may not be living a life of that nature, it could be that at some time in the past we were, reckless and out of control or whatever, so we can relate to it and recognize it. Meaning, you can see yourself in everyone. And if you're fortunate enough to get old, you can look at the youth and you can remember yourself as a younger person, and when you thought you knew it all, or when you used to have this particular habit of wanting everything now, I mean, no patience or whatever. I mean, like, just little traits that you can witness, in everybody around you that reminds you of some point along your own journey, whether it be personal or something that you experienced. And it's just amazing how so many of our stories are so similar. So, releasing limiting beliefs, the devil in reverse, restored control. There's no doubt here. Somebody doesn't get this devilish energy, doesn't get to go on the journey. The toil and labor that they did failed. They don't get the courtship. There is what? So there is an understanding. And there's no doubt about what's happening here. They lost their opportunity and missed their chance. They're confused. They're concerned. Freedom. They might be unfreedomed. They might have lost their freedom. We got here in the challenge position, we got the restricted and let go with the hanged man, the sacrificed, and then the unfreedomed, lost opportunity. The lovers are here. We got chaser in the reverse. We got message in the reverse. Gratitude. Thankful. So those folks who are thankful for experiences in life and whatever the lesson and the experience or the challenge afforded them. And this is the thing about experiences and challenges, these things often don't come with a material or monetary reward. They come with an additional inner fortitude, inner resilience. They come with thoughts and ideas, strategies, and strategies that can be implemented in circumstances that may have never otherwise come to mind. If you see the blessing, if you can see the blessing in the curse, then the curse becomes a lesson, and the lesson becomes a teaching tool that can be shared. So you can use that, you can elevate and then use that to share. And it's like that growth and expansion thing. It's that inner stuff, that growth and expansion. That gift. the sacred wisdom, so often gained through intimate challenge and adversity. Change. So they neglected this high priestess. There is a change. They overcommitted. They're out of balance and disorganized. They took a reckless gamble and they lost the gift. They lost the high priestess. The high priestess is looking at the lighter side of life. Empathy, seeing both sides of a situation, accept the things that cannot be changed. The Hierophant's here, the house is here. They're thinking about the past. It's really unfortunate, you know. That rather than just let somebody go, they try to destroy them and absorb them. Strip them of their free will and right to live happy. Healthy. Privileged lady is high value. High priestess. Sudden wealth is being returned. This one wants to mend the connection, but there's death, restriction, and letting go, sacrifice. Yeah, they want to mend the connection. They're apologizing, but there's death here. Nope. No. That's an absolute no. No. Privileged lady is a high value high priestess coming into a reunion. Somebody recognizes her qualities. They are her love interest, a reciprocal love interest, friendly. Somebody who understands what a friend is in their life for. You know? Masks. They're thinking about all the masks they wore. All their little personalities. All their little games. This mask where they pretended. They couldn't cause this high priestess to go into despair. Because the high priestess is grateful for even the challenge. Even the pain. They're bound to their commitments. They didn't grow in consciousness or awareness. They have to accept responsibility for their own well-being. They never have. They're out of balance. They're out of time. High priestess doesn't care what anybody says about this. These people who are bound to those, whatever those commitments are, they're dishonest. They're untrustworthy. They're blind. This is awkward. They're being like, this is awkward. They're being stopped. They're blind. They can't, maybe they can't They're being stopped. They're being blinded. They can't hook into this high priestess anymore. Their connection, their sight, their ability to connect telepathically, visually through the third eye or any other way with this high priestess is over. You've got the Eight of Swords here, so they've got the mental restriction and imprisonment, and then you've got imprisonment here too. They're being stopped. They're untrustworthy. High priestess was too strong. Yeah, they're being separated. No courtship. The toil and labor backfired. They don't get to go on a journey. Control has been restored unto this high priestess. There's no doubt about what is going on here. Can see very clearly. Everybody knows what the goals are. And this high priestess was strong and has reached her goals. This devilish energy lost their opportunity. They made a bad investment. They're very concerned. They're confused. They lost their freedom. They can't chase after her anymore. They can't send messages in any way, telepathically or any other way. They can't send messages. She is with the lover here. Yeah, these ones are cursed with loneliness and disappointment. They're cursed with loneliness and disappointment. Probably what they were trying to stick on this high priestess, and it didn't work. It didn't stick. They overcommitted themselves. They need to reprioritize whatever they got going on. They're out of balance. Again, lack of balance. And then we got balance in the reversed here. They are overwhelmed. They bribed people. They were tempted by the gift. You're ready. You're making preparations. This gift. You're ready. You're making arrangements, making preparations. Ready. Great fortune. High priestess is a great fortune, is a gift. There's a change going on. Oh, they're furious about it. They're so mad. They're so mad that their profession and their religion. Wow. Okay, so their profession was wrapped around religion. Okay. And they're furious because they ran out of time to do magic, to do rituals. And this high priestess has been saved from these ones. They can't do it anymore. The high priestess has been saved, which is good news. She's entering eternal love. This has been training. And there's been a lot of knowledge gained through this adversity. So a lot of knowledge gained through this adversity, through all those little tips and tricks and ways of managing it. It's the expansion of consciousness and awareness, the expansion of inner resilience and fortitude, the knowing of thyself and how to manage that when you flow in the environment that is just teeming with other energies, most of which are chaotic. collective energy, please, Spirit, collective energy. Cheerfulness. Time to celebrate, Privileged Lady. High value, Privileged Lady. High Priestess. Great fortune gift. Wedding. Getting married. Sudden wealth. Reunions, marriage, friendship, lovers, reciprocity. This one here is thinking about all their masks. They didn't get the house. Or they lost their house. They're a fraud. They're a fake. They're a pretender. They're a thief. They're a brutalizer. They're mean. They're just downright mean. Downright mean. Enemy. A pleasure-seeking enemy. A pleasure-seeking enemy is waiting for death. I can't make it up. A pleasure-seeking enemy is waiting for death. They're out of balance. They can't blame anybody else. They didn't grow or expand in consciousness and awareness. And they're out of time. Pleasure-seeking enemy waiting on death. Wow. High Priestess. Great fortune. Yeah, these ones you can't trust them. They've gone blind, so they can't see this High Priestess anymore. They've been stopped. And they're in prison. So they got the Eight of Swords imprisonment, and then they got the imprisonment here. Imprisonment and room is the mind. So there could be an imprisonment of the mind. So there's a mental restriction, and they could be getting messages sent to them in this mental restriction. I don't know. They've been, imprisonment. Prison. So again, conversation in the reverse. So gossip in the reverse. They can't talk about it. They can't say anything about it. They can't object. And you've got this High Priestess here who is consistently strong. So it isn't just a wavering like cloak of energy that fizzles out, after you use it for so long, and then it just fades, No, this is consistently strong. This is the inner fortitude, the inner resilience, that patience and stamina that was built over years of having to be calm and patient in the ever presence of agitation, of I like to think of it as this constant, steady annoyance, poking and prodding in the mental body, in the energetic body, in the emotional body. Like, people have been really targeted in a big way, in many different ways. And it's not just with magic. I mean, there's technology out there. There's the voice to skull technology. There's these, subliminal messaging through microwave technology. You can do all that. So you don't even need to turn on your TV to get subliminal messages because you got Wi-Fi everywhere. And when they can transmit messages and they can just send it right through. And it's amazing, the technology. And then that doesn't even count what you can do with magic and spirits and all of that. So when you combine the two, man, a sleeping human one who doesn't even have awareness of this stuff is a prime target, like I was, like many of you were and are. Misfortune. They didn't get the course yet. Their toil and labor backfired. They don't get to go on the journey. Control has been restored. They're suffering a misfortune. They're being unfreedomed. They're confused and concerned. They lost their opportunity. They missed their chance. There's a young woman who is a sweetheart, who is not in melancholy. Young woman could mean young at heart. You know, I mean, when I was young, I felt as though I was older. And now as I'm older, I feel as though I'm younger. It's wild. It really is. So a sweetheart, a young woman, young at heart woman, sweetheart, is not sad. She's living in gratitude with this lover, with this union here. She's in gratitude for this union. These ones can't chase after it. They can't send any messages. They can't chase. They're lonely and they're cursed, disappointed and cursed. There's some sort of a misfortune, like their curse is backfired. Their curse is backfired. And now they curse themselves with loneliness. Oh my gosh. They cursed themselves with loneliness. They were trying to stop this privileged lady from moving forward into this reunion. This sweetheart. This divine, sacred, feminine sweetheart who is a great fortune. They cursed her. They tried to curse her with loneliness. And now they're bound to that commitment. Pleasure-seeking enemy waiting on death. False. They're false. They're a false person. Yeah. So they overcommitted. Whatever agreements they made, then and contracts they signed or whatever, they're bound to that. They overcommitted. They took a reckless gamble and now they're overwhelmed. They have to pay whatever price that is. Whatever price they thought they were going to drain out of this high priestess, they now have to pay because she gained her freedom and took her sudden wealth with her. Joyfulness. She's ready for happiness. This gift, she's a gift. Come here, you. She's a gift. She's a great fortune. And she's ready for happiness. They're all up in their thoughts about this journey, this foe. They're thinking about this merchant. Oh my gosh. This foe is thinking about this merchant and a journey that they need to go on, or a journey that they need to take. This scholar owes them a service, and they are wanting consolation. And it's a surprise. This widower is sick. Whoever this is, they're sick over the innocence of this high priestess, and perhaps a child that she will have with her new lover. They are so haughty, they're so snotty and in sorrow because she's happy and coming, and she's a fortune, and she's with her lover. Lover again. That's lover 3 times. That's lover 3 times. And they're sighing over this Lord taking her as a wife. Having a child. Well, with that being said, I hope this clarified something that you had in mind. Pleasure-seeking enemy waiting on death. And the privileged lady high priestess getting married. Gift. It's getting close. See you on the next one.